Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are in Halong Bay, Vietnam, trying out one of their newest properties, the Intercontinental Resort, Halong Bay. Let's take a look. We just checked into our room and we did get an upgrade. I'll tell you a little bit more about that along the way here, to a 1-bedroom suite instead of the King Classic room that we had reserved with our free night certificate. So we are here in our 1-bedroom suite. So let me give you a tour of this room. We're going to start right here at the door, and there's lots to see. We do have lounge access, and the lounge here is got something unique that we don't see at a lot of lounges. So let's start out here in the room, and I will show you some incredible things as we go along the way. So we're starting here at the front door. You do not have to have a key to have power. They have this fabulous full-length mirror here to check yourself out in. And there is a half bath, a powder room right here with a nice commode and a sink and a mirror. So you could use this to get ready. This is the mini bar right here. And they have free water. The water is included, as well as coffee and tea. Oops, that's not open. As well as the coffee and the tea. They've got the Nespresso, and they got this DeLonghi kettle, you guys. You know they're not kidding around. And then they do have actual bar items right here as well. And then you've got your glasses up there. So that's a nice little mini bar. I haven't looked at the prices yet. I'll tell you more about that later on what that looks like. Here is the living room portion of the room. Nice table here. This looks like very comfortable seating. A table there if you want to enjoy some food in here. They've got some gifts for us there, and then you've got a nice table here in front of the TV as well. Let's take a little bit closer look. There are lots of outlets here, and these are great because they're the universal ones. They have USB-C and USB, so you know you're in a newer hotel when you're getting those. We've stayed at the Hyatt Place here as well, and that one also, same thing, has the USB-C and USB, so that's really great. These are really nice. Boy, you can really smell and see how brand new this hotel is. Everything is like spanking new. Like sometimes you see just like a little bit of a stain or whatever, but not so in this case. Look at these gorgeous treats. They gave us all of this for our diamond status, which is quite a lot. I mean, look at how beautiful. These are so delicious. If you've never had these, they're so good. And the dragon fruit is really good too. And a nice little bottle of wine as well. They have Bose speakers in here also for the TV or for sound, which is really nice. But this is one way out to the balcony. I'm going to show you what that looks like real quick, and then we'll show you a little bit better when we get to the other side. So that's what this side looks like. Just a quick peek. I'll show you more when we get to the other side. So let's go into the bedroom before we walk in. You've got more lights here. And then for the shades, there is a pocket door here. So this is the bedroom. And this, I think, is typically what the room will look like. If you get just a King Classic, I think this is what the room will look like. Here, you got that nice big long table. So if you have a King Classic, this is basically the room on this side. You've got the TV, another Bose speaker here, and a desk area there, which is really nice. And then we'll come back there and check that out in a minute. You've got your 2 nightstands. Each nightstand features the same thing, 2 electrical outlets, as well as USB-C, USB, and all of your lighting buttons. Look at how beautiful this nightstand is. It's so pretty. It's the leather lined, really quite nice. And the bed looks very lovely with a nice footstool here. This is the bathroom, but never fear, because you can close it off if you want to. You can sit in the tub and have views if you want, but if you don't, just pull that pocket door across and say goodnight and enjoy a nice private bath. You walk in here to the closet. Again, this is what the King Classic would look like, would be this setup here basically. And then you'll have your drawers here, your safe and cupboard space there. You can set your suitcase right here. You have 2 different kinds of slippers for inside and for the beach, male and female. Unfortunately, those female slippers look like they're going to be a little bit small for my big girl feet. I have 8.5 size feet. Those look like they might be 7.5. I don't know. Let's try one. But yeah, these look really nice. They're leather. And oh wow, yeah, that's not too bad. It's a little bit small, but it's pretty comfortable. Too bad it's not a little bit bigger. So yeah, that's that. Got a little steamer in here. They give you an umbrella and these gorgeous robes. These are so nice and soft, and then you have the lining on these is unbelievable. It's almost like flannel. It's fantastic. Look at those gorgeous hangers even. They go above and beyond for everything. Now let's take a look at the bathroom. Here we are. This tub is spectacular. Like, there's really no other words for it. They even give you a stand. They know you're gonna be, you know, on your phone, tablet, whatever, you can have that there. You can even set a drink here and enjoy it while you're in the tub. Double sinks in here, guys, with the mirrors, and you've got all of your amenities in this beautiful box. Everything you could want. Liquid soap and lotion, hooray. And then in here is your commode, just like the other one. And it does have a bidet functions. It has a remote right here for the bidet functions, which is nice. And then you've got storage here as well. And then you've got your shower in here, and the shower is gorgeous. Look at this. Beautiful. You have a nice rain shower, or you can use the handheld, and you have shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. So no complaints there as well. I promised you a nice view from the balcony, and everything has a door. So there's a pocket door here, but there's also a pocket door here. Because again, this is basically what the King Classic room is going to be like. So it blocks off everything. Let's go out here and take a look. We do have a view of Halong Bay itself. So it's one big balcony. This is the bedroom portion, and this is the living room portion, but it's obviously all connected, which is really nice. I mean, this doesn't even look real, does it? It's kind of crazy. So this is it, Halong Bay. You're looking right at it from here. Something special right around the corner where you see that glass. There's something special there. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But just listen to this. Nothing. Just quiet, peace. This is such a beautiful part of this beach. No banging music, no nothing. Look at that. Resort area down there, pool and all that good stuff there. So I think that's it for the room tour. It was incredible, wasn't it? All right, guys. You saw this property, you saw that room upgrade. Let's talk about the numbers, and I'm actually gonna make it super simple because this is the first property that I have stayed at that I'm going to give a 100 score to. They score the max on every single one, 10 on everything and 20 for the amenities per usual. It is phenomenal. So let's talk about it, actually. I don't have to tell you what all the numbers are. It's, you know, like I said, 10 for everything, so 100. So let's talk about the location. First of all, the location, it is right on the water, and it is actually close to where one of the cruise ports are for the day. It's close to the cruise port for the day cruises. So if you're just doing a day cruise, you would be close to it from this hotel. There's also a public beach with public access right close to the hotel as well. It's right across the street from the a la carte, which has a lot of units on Airbnb. So it is a great location. It has a gorgeous, huge private beach area as well with, as you saw, all of the cabanas out there and everything with their pool. So location, fantastic location, and there's some mini marts right around the area and a few other things that you can walk to. You can't walk obviously to a ton of attractions, but like I said, the big thing people come to Halong Bay for is for those either day cruise or the overnight cruises in the bay, and you're close to one of those cruise ports. So 10 out of 10 for that location. It's also very quiet because it's not anywhere near the main road. A couple of the other properties, one of the other properties we stayed at was right on the main road into town, so it was a little bit louder there, but really not too bad either way. It's not like there's a ton of traffic here. It's not Hanoi, it's not Saigon. It's considerably quieter here. Next thing is cleanliness. Obviously, 10 out of 10 on that. I mean, there wasn't a speck. The only thing I could say, there wasn't a speck of dust anywhere. Constantly people cleaning. And actually, they tried to hide from you so you wouldn't see them cleaning. But there were people all over the place. Constantly, everywhere you turn, you saw somebody cleaning something. Next one, we talked about the amenities. Obviously, the amenities is going to have to be a 20 out of 20 because it has everything. You, like I said, you got that private beach access. You've got not just the pool down below, but if you have lounge access, you have access to that indoor pool as well, which was phenomenal. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. You've got that huge arcade room that had the cinema, had the PlayStation 5 in there, all those different games you can play, darts. It just had everything. There was nothing to say, oh, I wish they had. No, they had it. So 20 out of 20 for your amenities at this property. The service, unmatched. Never had service like this before. And we stayed at lots of Intercontinentals, Waldorf Astorias, St. Regis. We've stayed at really so many incredible properties, but the service here was exceptional. I mean, above and beyond. And it's really interesting because it's such a new hotel. It's when I stayed there, had only been open for a couple of months, so really new. So you would think people were still kind of working out the kinks. That was not the case at this place. There were no kinks to be worked out because everybody was literally waiting to work and looking for ways to assist you with anything that they can assist you with. We didn't have to push the buttons at the elevator because somebody would do that for us, which was really wild. So obviously 10 out of 10 for the service. They in the lounge, they even knew our names. They would call us, Mr. and Mrs., our last name. So really incredible. Moves us right into the lounge. The service in the lounge was unbelievable. First of all, let's talk about the lounge itself. You saw it. Stunning. The views, unbeatable. We've stayed at some incredible ones, and a couple of them that have really good views. Hotels that we've stayed at in the last little bit here, last couple of years, was the Grand Hyatt in Manila. The views from there were gorgeous. And the Landmark 72 in Hanoi, stunning views. However, unfortunately, if you've been to Hanoi, you know there is a smog issue there. So we actually never got to enjoy the beautiful view from that lounge because it was hazy every single day that we were there. Here, not a problem. You got gorgeous views of the bay, as you saw. So it was really just unbelievable. The detail in there, so many different places set up. If you wanted to sit somewhere where they didn't have stuff set up, they would bring it over and set up, bring you your drinks, bring you anything and everything. Even when we went down to breakfast and we waited till the very end. So breakfast is till 11 a.m. in the lounge. It's till 10:30 if you use the restaurant downstairs. And the buffet there was incredible. Probably the largest breakfast buffet I think I've ever seen. Bigger than the one at Westlake, Intercontinental Westlake, bigger than Intercontinental 70, Landmark 72, bigger than anything, even bigger than the Grand Hyatt in Manila, amongst those as well. But absolutely incredible breakfast buffet down in the restaurant. We were offered it for free because of our diamond status with IHG. So that was included with ours, but we did, however, want to eat a little bit later, and it's open till 11 at the lounge. And usually they come around a few minutes before they're shutting everything down and tell you, hey, can I get you anything else? We're about to close down. No, they just, said, if you need anything else, let us know. And they would bring it to you if you wanted to. Obviously, we were done with our breakfast, which was amazing. But everything was just really, really good. They did not want you to be uncomfortable even for 2 seconds. It would discomfort them if they saw that you were even the slightest uncomfortable. When we walked into the hotel, we're moving right on into elite recognition here, also at 10. Walked into the hotel and presented our passports, which is what you usually do to check in when you're going overseas. Handed over our passports, and as soon as she pulled up our reservation, immediately said, thank you for being, diamond with us, blah, blah, blah. Said, we're actually going to get you checked into through the lounge. They had somebody from the lounge come down, pick us up and take us up to the lounge, had us sit down in there, refreshments, nice towel, took the passports, got everything done check-in wise. They did let us check in early as well. And they also had texted me actually the day before and just kind of sent me the menus of what the food would be like for breakfast, what the food would be like for the afternoon tea, and what the offerings were also for the evening cocktails and hors d'oeuvres. And everything was, set. And then I just asked, do you know if there will be a possibility of an upgrade? And they said yes. They said, we've actually already upgraded you. When I looked in the app, sure enough, they upgraded us from the King Classic room to a 1-bedroom suite. And that was amazing to already know we were upgrading before we got to the hotel. So that's always a really fun, really great thing to know ahead of time. Makes you feel good. So the elite recognition, I lost track of how many times someone said something about that to us, but just the treatment. And of course, we did also have lunch in the restaurant downstairs, and we did order room service. And as as Diamond Rewards members, we get 20% off. So that was also, they advised us, hey, because of this, we've got the 20% off already on here. So that was really cool too. I really am running out of really good things to say because it was so phenomenal. Let me finish the last few values. So this place, like I said, brand new. We did use free night certificate, my anniversary free night from my IHG One Rewards credit card. We get one free night every year for the anniversary. You pay $95 for that card, but we got this hotel for free for that one free night. And the hotel, if you paid cash, was going to be around between $120 and $140 a night if you're just paying cash for the standard room. But if you have status, you have a very good opportunity for an upgrade here. And then the other thing, also, even if you're using points, 21,000 to 28,000, depending on when you book during the high season or a little bit lower, or like shoulder season, kind of like where we are right now. Either way, this place is an absolute steal for what they're charging. It is so fair, beyond fair, really, and it's a smidge more than what some of the other places here are charging. But for what you're getting, the value is stunning. It's fantastic. So definitely it's a 10. Sleep environment, that's a no-brainer. The blackout shades were really good. It's very quiet because, like I said before, you're not on the main road. And also there's not a lot of noise from people in the hallway as well. Our room was on the same floor as the lounge. So the lounge, what they call, I think, the executive floor or something like that. So our room was on that floor, so it wasn't very noisy because there weren't a lot of people coming and going. The lounge was really not that busy at all. And then obviously the overall experience was a 10 out of 10. The way they went above and beyond for every single thing was really just unbelievable to me. Just really great. Every single person greets you when they pass you, and they're always ready to help with anything that you would want. And they just have so much to offer. The hotel, when I stayed, was only about half of it was open. They have the hotel, they have the residences as well, which you can rent, and they also have villas. So there's 3 different options. You'll have to check those out either on their website or in the app to see what's available, but they're still working on it. But you didn't really see construction or hear construction in the hotel at all. So she said it won't be too much longer before everything is open. They also have a conference center where they actually welcomed a group while we were there as well. We could see them moving around, but they do an amazing job. This hotel deserves the 100 score. First one I've ever done with this score. There's a couple of them that have come pretty close, but this one absolutely, hands down, deserves the 100 score, the perfect score, because it was an incredible place. We're already trying to figure out how to come back here, when we're going to come back here. We've been before, so this is actually our second trip to Halong, but we're definitely going to come back because that experience was so phenomenal that it is worth coming back here just to stay there. Again, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this. Hope this is helpful for you if you are trying to figure out if you want to stay at this property. If you're coming here, I'm begging you, stay at this place. You will be so happy with your stay, and you will be so happy with this decision. You will be like, hey, thank you, Allie. That was amazing, because it really is. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give me a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have questions, guys. See you next time.